And welcome back, everybody. This is Julie Phelan, your host of Julie Talks Money, and thank you so much for listening to the show. Well, I'm really delighted to introduce to you my guest, my first guest today. He is a wonderful man, and I've known him for almost 2 years now. He was an executive with Loma Linda Hospital in Loma Linda, and many of you may know that as a top and leading hospital for care and for cancer research and all kinds of different things, or cancer care. But he decided that actually he could help more people by being in real estate and helping people to get what it is that they want and help their dreams come true. I'd like you to help me welcome Hugo Chinchay. Hi, Hugo.
Good morning, Julie. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and good morning, everyone.
You know, I always love talking to you, Hugo. You just make me feel good. You have such a wonderful, warm attitude and demeanor about yourself, and you are so good at explaining things and so caring, basically, about to everybody that you speak with. And I just feel good when I talk to you. I appreciate that and appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Julie.
we've talked a little bit about how many people are leaving Los Angeles, obviously San Francisco, and some with San Diego too. And a lot of that is because of the problems with homelessness, and the cost of living has become so high in these places, where you've got rents at 2,400 a month just for a one-bedroom apartment, which is insane. And we know San Francisco is higher. Now, in the Inland Empire and in Loma Linda and Redlands and the areas that you cover, it's much more affordable, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is actually, and it's interesting that you mentioned that monthly payment for rent for such a small place, which is how I talk to my clients and saying, "Why are you paying that for rent if you can have a house for the same amount or less?"
Now,
And
what
that's
kind of
basic.
house could they get? A small house?
A three-bedroom, two-bath, 15 to 1,800 square foot at least.
Oh, that's pretty sizable.
Exactly. That's what I said. Uh, a lot of people don't realize that right now we're having the lowest interest rates in history. Okay, it's not just
Hmm.
any low interest. This is historical. I have never seen. I have my license for 27 years. Okay, so I've been doing real estate on the side. Always people calling me. So I've been keeping up with the market, but I've never seen this rates this low. So to
And
give
It's
you
it
a
is crazy, and I know that you and I are both old enough that we were probably 5 years old or 10 when interest rates were 18%, and which
back in
was a
the 60s,
crazy time. And so
right?
to even think for me at 2.5 to 3% is it's amazing. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, right now, for example, today, if you look at bankrate.com, just 3%, 299, 3.25. So that's today. A couple of days before, they were even lower than that. So it's just incredible. One thing I told one of the clients the other day. He says, you know what? I'm paying $2,200 a month in rent for a two-bedroom condominium. I said,
Hmm.
you can have a house for $2,000.
How
I
much
said,
house
what?
could that buy?
At $350,000 with a 3.375% interest rate will give you a $2,000 monthly payment,
Oh,
including
come on.
everything.
Where can you get a house for that price near Los Angeles?
No,
Yes.
exactly, exactly. So here in the Inland Empire, we still have homes in the 350,000 price range, a little low, a little more. But just think about it. Uh, if you're able to pay a little more than that, even 2,400, like you said, then you can have a $400,000 home. Then you have a bigger home. You can have a full home. So it's
Yes. Now I've driven out there many times. What what is the distance between Loma Linda and San Diego or Marietta or Los Angeles? I
yeah,
mean, is it far
it's
away
about
or is it driving
it's about four,
distance?
it's about 45 minutes to Marietta. Okay, it's about
Hmm.
an hour and a half to San Diego, and about it's only 64 miles from the Inland Empire to Los Angeles. If you go far east, of course. If you stay in the Ontario area, it's even closer. Uh, of course, you have to count for traffic, but
Hmm.
you know,
I'm sure it's not really the same as what I encounter here around Hollywood. And I am somebody who has always been a lover of the arts. I'm a musician, and my previous career was in other stuff with music and symphony orchestras and stuff. So cultural amenities are very important to me, but they're still available out there, right?
yes, especially in Redlands. You know that our summer theater program in Redlands, the Redlands Ball, we have every summer all of the major plays that you will see when you go and pay money at Hollywood Ball. They
Mm-hmm.
actually do. They actually do the final rehearsals here, so you can watch
Really?
what is going to be there. Yes,
I had no idea.
yes. So I mean,
Crazy.
so every summer I go and watch all of the big plays, big theater groups, musicians,
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. They go through here.
Uh, wow, that is
Yeah.
very cool. Now I have to ask you the question that people always are asking me, and so I'm going to turn it to you. Actually, it's two questions. One is, um, can you actually get a house right now? Is there any houses available for sale? And the second one is it a good time to buy? You know,
Yeah.
what would you say to people who ask those questions?
Yeah. Question number one. It is challenging. The inventory is low. Okay.
Hmm.
But so if you think for a minute, talking about economics, right? If you think for a
Hmm.
minute, the law of demand, right, and how much is available. So that is what's pushing prices a little higher. Not as crazy, but in a healthy way.
Hmm.
So, but
Okay.
yes, we can still find your home. But you know what our company does? I'm not sure that any other company does this, but I know that the reason why we are in our company doing this is because of this market. We
And
can
that's
go
your
in,
home sold guaranteed company,
go
right?
your home sold guaranteed realty. Yes.
Hmm.
What
All
we
right. Now,
do
tell
is
everybody what you guys do because I think it's incredible.
we find homes that are not available on the market. We find homes that are not even on the internet. So we go, if somebody tells me, I want a home in such and such a street between Main Street and Fifth Street, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, so and so, I will go and find the home, even if it's not in the market. And we will together make an offer and get that home for them. Otherwise, you can't find them. That's, that's, that's the way it is. That's the way the
That's pretty
market is.
amazing. So you guys are kind of creating your own inventory for your clients.
Exactly. And we also know because we have over 55,000 people in our database, we know of homes that are coming very soon available on the market. So our clients get first notice of what is coming before it even hit the market.
So these are
So,
prior clients that you helped to buy a house previously, right?
uh, yeah,
Or
but
people who
anybody,
have said that they might be willing to sell in the near future?
exactly, exactly. Those that uh, they always call us because we have such a, big inventory. People call us to say we want to sell our home because we guarantee the sale of their home as well. We can buy homes for cash at market value because there is a difference too. A lot of people say a lot of advertising there. We buy cash, but then they only pay you 80% on the dollar or
Mm-hmm.
70% on the
Right.
dollar, right? Well,
All right.
we buy homes at market value cash as well, and then we
Uh,
can
and how
resell it
and
to
what do you do with them? And how are you able to do that? I mean, are you is that how you
we
say your home sold
we
guaranteed? You're buying the house if you can't sell it to someone else?
we have our home your home sold guarantee $200 million of investors' money to do this.
Oh,
They partner with us.
wow.
They partner with us, so we can do this. So the second question you said is this a good time to buy? I will say a big
Hmm.
yes, yes.
Well, of course you will, because an agent always
Well,
wants to have sellers and buyers. But as a realistic thing for a person to buy, tell us why. Because
it,
right now, a
number yeah,
lot of people are scared to go look at a home. A lot of sellers don't want people in their home. People are thinking maybe that prices might be dropping.
Exactly.
And of course, I have my
And
own opinions on that, but you are there in the field. So tell us what you see and what you believe.
I've seen market up and market going down, and I was in the real estate as well during 2007, 2008. So I know how people's fear are, driving what just happened. Let me first start by saying this is not 2007, 2008. Back then, the entire economy went down because of housing. So we knew house prices were going to collapse, and they did. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, this has nothing to do. We came into this coronavirus, lockdown with
Mm-hmm.
a low inventory, more people looking for homes than there were homes available. So
Right.
coronavirus just increased that problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, now we even have more people looking for homes. They need homes than there are homes available. So the demand is even higher. On top of that, interest rates are low, as we just mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Now, let's say worst case scenario, homes go down, which I think they might probably a little bit, nothing like people expect that it's going to crash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
say they go 5-10% down. Interest rates are not going to stay this low. Okay,
That's true.
so let's say in December after the election and so forth, something happened, and people's sentiments and economy, it's not good as it is, and then house prices go a little down. Your monthly payment are going to be about the same as if you buy now or then, because the interest rates will change. The house that's available today may not be available then.
And that's an excellent point. And like you said, with the rates being as low, the affordability is just amazing. And we know, I think, and well, I certainly believe that that's one of the things that's driving demand, because all these people who didn't think they could buy a house, who are paying 2,100 a month rent, now are like, whoa, wait a really? I can buy a house,
Exactly.
especially if they go into an area that is a little bit outside the major cities where it's so expensive.
Right now, the other aspect that I know you spoke about is foreclosures, right?
Right? A little
Will,
bit.
will yeah, will there be foreclosures? Yes, it's a definite yes, because there will be people that will lose their jobs permanently, or at least
Mm-hmm.
for a while. But the amount of people losing their jobs are not going to be that big as it was back in the Great Recession. And the reason why is because the government this time is helping businesses and self-employed people to get back on their feet, which
Mm-hmm.
wasn't available back in 2007 and 2008. And
Yeah.
I know you also heard probably on the news that there are 35 million people unemployed so far. Yes, but the majority of them are furloughed, which means
Mm-hmm.
now they're going back into the workforce again. So that number was inflated in a way, technically speaking. So
Mm-hmm.
the real unemployment we'll find out once this all is settled and down, once a full opening of the economy happens. Then we will know how many
All
people will
right.
be
And
unemployed.
then,
And
all
then,
the people who have been able to arrange for a forbearance with their mortgage servicer, meaning that they've been able to hold off on their payments and have those payments put onto the backside of their loan at the very end. That's because they didn't have the cash, but will they have it when the forbearance period ends? That's a question that we have yet to see the answer to. And the other thing too is, if there are the foreclosures, do you see them being at lower prices? Again, kind of everybody wants to know, when they can get a deal. And I don't know that you can get a deal, but if the
right,
foreclosures do happen, what do you see
there,
happening in the market?
there has been so many historical developments, something that you never seen on the market so much. My prediction is that yes, there will be foreclosures, but foreclosures will have so many competition that will drive the
Mm,
prices up anyways.
Yeah.
You know what
Then
I'm
you and
saying?
I have the same opinion on that.
Yes,
Is
exactly.
and we know
So,
investors are always looking for and going after the foreclosures, thinking, "Hey, this is a great deal, and I can get a great deal and get the price at 80%, like you said." But
and
not right now. I think when there is such a demand for the prices, there's going to be so much competition for that.
exactly.
And you and I talk economics, which I love together. You're such a smart man, but it really the simplest thing right now is the interest rate versus the price of the houses versus the inventory. Would you say those are the main factors that
Yes,
always drive real estate?
exactly. And there are a lot of people with jobs, which is good. And
Hmm.
lenders, some lenders, not all, some lenders are approving loans if you are on furlough, as long as employers say, we'll take you back.
Well, we also know now what are essential workers, a lot more than we did before. And that's not necessarily somebody in a restaurant, but absolutely the police and the firefighters and the medical personnel. And
Yep,
there's always programs for them. And they almost
exactly.
always will have a job.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. Exactly.
Al, I
So,
really appreciate you being a guest again. I look forward to talking to you again, Hugo, and having you back on the show. And if anybody